In 3, 2.
Welcome to Make More Out of Monday.
This environment may look new. This is actually our bullpen. We want to show you this because this is where we get motivated on Monday mornings. Inside of our Monday morning meeting, we focus on Tell Me Something You Don't Know, where we can spark the ideas of how to get our week going. Also, so we can feed off of each other's energy and make sure that we are bringing value to you guys.
Throughout the month of April and the rest of the month of March, we're going to be doing a giveaway for a pair of AirPods. There are 4 ways to enter. Follow our Instagram at Burn the Ship ATL and Soup Sandwich ATL. Subscribe to our YouTube at Burn the Ship and Soup Sandwich. The links will be in the description. Also, let us know in the comments what you kind of want to see out of these videos if you want to see more. And like this video if we made more out of your Monday.
Thanks.
Y'all ready to do it?
We are ready to do it.
All right. Tell me something I don't know. We're going to start with Bailey today.
Yeah, yes. Work your way around.
So I was in Florida this weekend taking care of some business for the fam, and so
Jordan, that's this whole ocean.
I don't think I will ever go.
Thank you.
I don't think I will go in March again to Panama City. These people are ridiculous, man.
Okay.
People are wild down there. I mean, these people are. It's no alcohol on the beach, but there's no regard for that. I mean, there's no earthly regard for that, and they just decided.
What do you mean there's no alcohol on the beach?
No, in March, you cannot bring alcohol on the beach.
Why?
Wait, in Panama?
Yeah, spring break.
It's because it's spring break,
People
yeah.
beat the shit out of each other.
Ah.
Shit. Like they're trying to limit the drinking.
But is it like a law or
Oh,
is it
yeah.
a suggestion?
No, it's a law.
Yeah.
Like
and,
you'll get they'll straight up take you to jail.
Yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
alcohol on the beach in Panama City in March, no. You can't do it.
Yeah, it's $500 fine to get in the ocean on Don't Wear a Flag now.
I don't love that law.
I don't either.
It's like a seatbelt law. Look, it's my life. I don't have to wear a seatbelt if I don't have to.
So I looked up some spring break.
You know what I mean?
I get it.
South Padre Island is one of the most popular places for spring break. Every year, between 1.5 and 2 million students in the U.S. go on spring break. They spend about $1 billion. What is the average number of arrests per day, and what is the total number of fines per day during the month of March in South Padre Island?
Where's South Padre Island?
In Texas.
Yes.
Okay. So it's a Corpus Christi area?
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I knew that. All right, so how many people are arrested a day in March?
Yep.
And in March, there's 1.2 million people that visit.
Not just that area. Just there's between 1.5 and 2 million college students that go on spring break somewhere.
Okay, so this is not all on this island.
And
Okay.
the spring break market is about 2 million students and about $1 billion.
40 people a day.
Oh, man. I was going to say 38.
40.
I was going to say 38.
40 people a day.
In
that city.
No, just on the island.
On that island.
Just on the island.
on that island.
Oh my god, I bet it's fucking ridiculous.
I'd say like 75 to 100.
Oh my god.
A
What?
day.
I feel like
Was it
even 38 is
75
a
or
lot.
100?
Okay, I'll go 75.
I mean, you could go in the middle there.
I'll go 75.
Okay, 75.
But then what about also the fines?
Yes, the amount
I'll
of
tell
people
you
got
that one
arrested.
first. I'll tell you this one
Okay,
first.
now I'm gonna say 50 and even.
You're not safe from this. What do you think?
T.
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 85.
85. All right, it's
You're
25
not
people a
safe
day.
from
25. Nice. I was
25.
2 on
Yeah.
that.
25 arrests a
Say
day.
20.
Nice.
All right,
Dang, I way
total
highballed it.
approximate total monetary value of fines collected per day
In this island.
on this island,
I'm going to say
just in fines.
just in fines per day, probably about 10.
No, it's like $16,000. $16,528.
Ooh.
Oh, we're doing dollars.
That
Spot
extra
on.
ticket. That extra ticket right there. That was a $28 ticket.
That's what I know. That's the seatbelt.
I'd
Yes.
say like 7,000.
I'm gonna say like 5,000.
It's $80,000
A day?
Yes.
You didn't ask me, I was
The-
gonna set it up.
The pendulum swing spoke like in the mid '90s when Panama City when they were doing the MTV stuff. Like nobody went to jail. I mean, it's only like violent if you got in a fist fight or what. Yeah, that. But nobody got in jail for doing crazy, like insane crazy stuff. And then they had to start arresting people because people were dying for doing stupid shit. I mean, I could drink a bottle of vodka in front of a cop and wouldn't care.
What is the average number of drinks consumed by a male during spring break, and what is the average number of drinks consumed by a female in a day?
In a day.
So
Still in this island?
No,
15
just the total
15
amount.
drinks for the dude and 12 for the girl a day. So I go first, and then they always go around what I say, and they should go up.
You
So
start the foundation.
yeah, that's it.
A day?
And during spring break?
I'm gonna say because there are Lamazoids out there, it's only gonna be 8 for the men.
No,
And
no way. I undershot it.
You should go.
I undershot it. I undershot
Yeah,
it.
you did.
I undershot it at 15 and 13 or 12 or whatever. It's probably more like 22 and
I'm
18.
gonna say 8 and 6.
I'm gonna say it's like closer. I'm gonna say like 20 for the guys, and
A hammer.
Everybody is.
They are, bro. They're all fighting on the beach all day and everything. It's
They
so
shotgun
You said
5
average?
beers in
I
10
feel like
minutes.
they're
average,
like
average
I feel
per
like they're gonna
day.
be like the same for some reason. I'm gonna
20
say 20
and
for
20?
both.
I'm
No,
gonna
because you
say
just grin. You just laugh.
23 for guys and 15 for girls.
Hoss, what you think?
How
How
old are you?
confirm that I'm talking
24.
average per
So
day.
she's 24. So she like 2 years ago she was on this beach.
Oh yeah.
So she knows she's closer to this than anybody in
I
here.
was there yesterday.
I think 25 and 20.
All right.
35 and 30.
It's 18 for guys,
Uh,
and it is 10 for women.
18 drinks a day.
Yep.
That's hard.
It's easy, but there's
That's rookie
look your
numbers.
yeah that is you need to get that number up.
Right.
Yeah.
When
It's
was
not
the
even a whole 30.
first spring break?
What?
What year was the first spring break?
1963.
I'm gonna say 75.
47.
No, 72.
47.
72 feels right.
yeah, I feel like it's like 1970.
1936.
Holy shit.
Wow.
I was closer, by the way.
You copied off mine.
How?
You'd have said 82.
It was the swimming coach
Okay.
from Colgate
I was
College
3 off.
took the swim team to Fort Lauderdale to train, and so it was a big like swimming competition down there. There's a bunch of swimmers, a bunch of people came down there to Fort Lauderdale. That's where it started, and then everybody started going to Fort Lauderdale the week that they were out of school.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And
Oh,
So he's to blame for all these deaths.
that is what I'm talking about.
He's the corporate.
That's what I'm talking about.
what are the top 5 locations for spring break?
Florida.
No,
I'm just kidding.
What is it again? I'm sorry.
cities.
For spring?
Miami.
One of them.
Miami's
South
on.
Padre Island. without a
Miami's
doubt.
one of them.
It's not one.
Not in the top 5.
I'm going to say
Staten Island.
the
Nope.
first,
Gulf
the
Shores.
second one's going to be Daytona Beach.
Bang,
Yeah.
And
There's Panama in there?
bang.
Could,
Panama City's in
okay.
there.
It's,
What's the
Daytona-
top
Lake
three?
Tahoe.
Daytona,
What about
Panama,
St.
San
Lake Tahoe's
Padre.
not in there.
okay, those are 3.
What about St. Dustin? I never went on spring break. I don't know.
Would it be Fort Lauderdale still up there?
California over there.
No.
One of those, one over there.
There's one north.
Cancun.
One north.
Myrtle Beach.
Bang.
Cancun.
Okay.
And then we got one more to the north.
Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach. Yeah. No.
I was gonna say y'all just said that.
Oh, did you?
Up north.
This is a
That's all
combination of
I
those
thought you
Colorado
said-
mountain ranges. Is the 5th is Breckenridge, all the Denver,
Yeah.
all those Colorado
Oh,
ski
okay.
resort
For spring
areas.
break, they go there for spring break.
Yeah, oh, fuck yeah. That's where I went for spring break. College.
No,
Um,
there's no beaches.
No, I know, but that's
And it's spring break. I'm going to the beach. I'm not going to the mountains.
For sure.
So
You
it's
good?
fun-
You
It's
done?
fun. It's fun up there.
Yeah, I think I have one more. Oh yeah, okay. So, how much higher? This is my last one. How much higher is the percentage of traffic accidents during the month of March?
I'm gonna say double.
No.
Double what?
Double whatever the average is, for
So
sure.
tell me
I'm-
what you think
I'm gonna
average
go
is.
last on this one
I
because
don't, I don't know
leading
what
the
the
way.
average is. It only
Paving
tells
the
you
way.
the increase.
Oh,
So it'd be 50%,
50%. Yeah.
Okay.
Appreciate,
30%.
20%.
appreciate that.
I was gonna go with 35 from the get go.
All right. It's 9% for fatal crashes.
Okay, oh, you're not supposed to stop.
It's 9% for fatal crashes. It's 31% for.
On top of it again, son.
Oh, I said
Jeez.
30.
No,
I
look,
said 30.
look.
Andy went last.
I know. I got 35.
She had 30.
That's not the right math.
That's
All right, Jordan, hit it.
Oh man.
Okay, mine's about refrigerators.
Oh yes. Can't wait.
Frigidaire.
No, I picked that because I figured nobody would know about it.
Refrigerators
sir.
took salt down. I don't need you any more salt.
Free on.
Okay, so the modern refrigerator, the system that makes it cool, when was that first invented?
Oh, I did this like 1912, 1913. They were big as a room.
No, not the fridge itself.
Hmm?
The system
coil.
behind it.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
that part.
early.
Oh.
It was early, but then only rich people could afford. They were a whole room. Yeah,
I'm gonna say 1887.
it's early. Right around World War II is when people could start affording the regular ones.
Yeah, I'm going
Influx of money.
1910.
1920.
Okay, so the coil system itself was 1876.
Yeah, I knew it was early. I knew it was early. I did this one before, or Chris did it. You remember this? We did that one before.
But then, what was the first electric refrigerator used for domestic use?
1937.
1938.
For domestic use?
I'm gonna say 1908.
1910.
What you got?
1920.
1913.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's where
Yeah,
far.
they started getting like in a lot of households after World War II when everybody came back and
No, there was one more in this. Hold on, I screenshot it. Oh, the word refrigerator, when was it patented? It's got a patent, by the way, in case y'all didn't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
1910.
Who should I do it for or something?
Well, now that we
Yeah,
know
I see
the
it
pa-
wants
now
to
we
do
know that we know the patent started.
He said he wants to do it. B. That's what I'm talking about. That's way to start off the morning right here.
What's that?
Customer said, "Let's do it."
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. It's 8. It's not one.
Pat?
Just the word itself.
I'm
Can't
gonna
patent
say
a word, though.
1913 was
You gotta
the-
trademark.
Because it was a little bit
You
later.
gotta trademark the word.
probably
You don't patent the word.
25.
Well, it says patent in here.
What was that
25.
domestic?
That's wrong.
What was the answer for the
1925.
domestic?
1913.
It is. Say you can't patent a word.
It would be
Trademark
shortly
word.
You patent
after.
an idea,
It should be
right?
probably
Patent an idea, yeah.
Well, it didn't word
20?
it right in here.
1920.
When did they trademark the word?
1917.
That fast? You think that fast?
Yeah, like 1920.
What you got?
1802.
Yeah.
What? Before it even was alive?
No, that was the coil system and all that. There's been a lot of like trial and errors.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Got him.
I read all up on this last night.
What you got, Rod?
Finchi.
Today, I wanted to talk about bridges. Yeah, I want to know if you
Of
guys
Madison County.
can tell me what is the longest continuous bridge over water in the world?
So in West Palm or West Key West, it's 7 miles, 7.5 miles.
7.5 miles. What you got?
9 miles.
9 miles. What you got?
It could be a 9-mile bridge, 7-mile bridge. I can't remember.
It's definitely so.
The question is how
it's on the
long?
list.
It's definitely. Oh, you're saying that's out in America? There's one longer overseas. Okay.
That's not the longest one in America.
20 miles.
Stop.
12.
12. No.
20 miles.
You said
What'd you
no
say?
already?
Yep. In the world.
13.
13. Ooh. Let's see here. What does this thing say? No, the longest one in the United States is the one that's in Mandeville, in Louisiana. That one.
Oh, it's over a stretch too. It's over like a.
It's over the middle of.
Yeah.
It's something crazy.
I was talking to Kyle when he was driving that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's the longest one in the United States. It's, I don't know the kilometers thing. Is 38.4 kilometers.
So that's about what, 25 miles?
Would you say
20.
38?
0.4.
Yeah. 27 miles probably.
2.2 miles.
Jimmy Carter.
23 miles.
Oh, 23.
Dude, I was on top of that, son.
23. The longest one in the world was just built in 2018.
Dubai.
I think they would have to need for one.
JIAOZHOU Bay Bridge. It's in China.
Mm.
It goes
Of
over the
course it's
sea.
China.
It costs $2.9 billion. No, I'm sorry. Yeah. 2.9 American billion dollars.
American billion.
Yeah, because they have 14.8 billion yuan.
Yen.
Yen? No, the yen's Japanese.
Yeah, no, it's YUAN.
And what is the Chinese dollar called?
Whatever that is,
However you say that.
Whatever that is.
YUAN.
Y'all.
Y'all go down to the park then?
But that's the longest. That's the longest bridge.
So then how long?
Oh, the longest one is 42.5. So just a little bit longer.
26 miles.
Guinness World Record.
Would you rather be in a hurricane or a typhoon?
Hurricane.
Sounds
The
like it
typhoon
too. I don't
is
even know which
bad.
one's worse.
It's just more water. It's like island type deal. It's bad. And tsunamis are. Sounds like it's bad.
It's
I
all
told you, we
bad.
was
But
talking
yeah, in
about
the
that
movies
one
they
day.
look pretty scary.
Absolutely.
The tsunami is the most scary thing on the planet.
And that
This
shit you can
planet
do,
does.
dude.
Yeah,
What this here planet does.
Ain't nothing much you can do from that.
Can't run.
Right, yeah.
They said like an earthquake and that typhoon.
Let me tell you something.
A typhoon, yeah.
If you're in a hurricane and you got a car that can go 70 miles an hour, you drive the other way and you're done. They don't go that fast. A typhoon that creates a wave that's 3 miles in the air, you ain't outrunning that shit. It'll drown you. So I'd rather be in a hurricane, than a fast car.
Or would you like
I
quickly
thought
put on a
tsunami
scuba
was
suit?
weight.
You could do that too. You could do that too. Submarine.
That's
Yeah.
smart.
Go get my
Scuba
submarine.
suit might be a smart idea, man. I mean, never thought
Because
about it.
everybody just has an oxygen.
One day I showed a
Big
video
oxygen
of
tank just laying around their house to
Yeah.
strap on
Alright,
just in
you ready?
case.
You know?
This would be government
You ready?
funding.
She's going.
You ready? Wait. You on.
That's how you
You on.
Did I show you that video of that water
That's how you
spout?
say the Chinese.
You know what a water
You
spout
on.
is?
Is it just tornado on the
Yeah,
water?
yeah,
Yeah,
you on.
Not really. Kinda, but it's like it's full of rain. It's just a wall of water that's spinning super fast. And I had a video one time. I can't remember, did I show it during Tell Me Something I Don't Know though? Just ate this cruise ship in half. But they watched it fall out of the air and just eat this boat that didn't have nobody on it. Just eat it right in half.
You lost. Nah, you won.
Oh, did you guys see that clip of that guy that got stuck in that cruise ship?
What happened?
The Titanic guy?
No. I was watching it on some podcast. This whole ship, like, sank, and there was like a space of like, it was like 3 feet of space, and it was like an air pocket, and this one guy survived underwater in this little air pocket for 3 days. And then when the scuba divers like went down to pull out dead bodies and stuff, there's a I wish we could pull it up. It's like a video of him just grabbing the scuba diver's hand and then pulling him in. And then they were like, oh shit, like we've got a live one. And they went up there and you
We got a live
can
one.
see him like in this, like he's got like this much of his body
I
above
would have been like,
in this
Zombie!
tiny corner of this room in this air pocket.
This recent.
And he had been in there for 3 days. And they had to like do all this stuff in order to get him out so that he didn't die on the way out because he had been underwater for 3 days.
Yeah.
And it's nuts. The video is wild.
Oh, imagine its guts.
Yeah, imagine being a scuba diver and someone just grabs your
Yeah.
hand underwater. Oh no, that's some scary shit.
He said, "Well, he did
Yes.
survive until I shot him with my
Yeah,
heart."
right when
He was alive, and I was like,
right when they rescued him, the guy looked at him and goes, "You won."
But he didn't know that he was underwater for 3 days. He thought it had only been a few hours.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like Lasagna and shit.
"Oh man, that is."
He didn't know it had been 3 days?
No, he had no idea. Because he had no concept of time.
He put that in the book, didn't he?
What you got?
Damn.
That's crazy.
Okay, well, I was just Googling stuff. And,
It's a good place to start.
what is the, how old do you think that dentistry, is?
The what?
Dentistry.
Jeez.
Jesus, long time.
Like what
Those
year?
teeth have been hurting
Or
forever.
how many years?
How many years has dentistry been around?
The first,
How old are
since the
teeth?
first one?
Yeah, how old are teeth?
Since the first one?
1600 China. Probably something like that.
What kind of time is that?
1600. The year 1600.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm
Oh,
talking about
and
the year.
China. Okay.
How many
I was
years
about to
old do you think that it is?
Well, I said 1600.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
550.
7,000?
say- I'm gonna say that it has been around for at least 10,000 years.
10,000.
At least.
Jesus. Like Government attack at time.
Yeah.
Hey, let me see your teeth. You need
Trying
to
to
brush
do the
them.
math. Whatever.
Well,
1300.
China was the first thing that did the somebody did a
Oh, the
toothbrush,
toothbrush, yeah, I did that.
and China did that. So
What you said? Everybody said?
How many years?
What do you think, Tristan?
I got it right.
the first
1300.
toothbrush
I know that.
was named out was made the bristles were made out of Under Armour hair.
That can't be sanitary.
He is
It's
just.
not true.
Would you rather
It's not true.
I said 1,000 years.
Okay, it's 14,000 years old.
I was close. I was close. I said 10.
Because they found one rotten tooth in a skull, and it had been scraped with a tool, and that was 14,000 years ago.
Makes sense.
Yeah. When I was in school, they said that we talked about this on the podcast, or we talked about it in here at one time. When I was in school, they said that people only went back like 5,000 years, and then every year it's like, oh, we found something else, and we found a tooth that's been scraped on. You know,
Yeah.
20,000 years. That's a long time.
It's a lot of years.
Yep.
A lot of generations.
Relatively.
Yeah. I mean, the aliens
sure.
were way older than them. The one that taught them how to do that. You know,
I get it.
they didn't just know how to fill a cavity at that point.
Dude, imagine being that first guy though, where you're like, dude, just fucking tooth hurts so bad, just fucking scrape.
Knock it out. Yeah, scrape it.
Pull it out.
Scrape
He's
it.
like,
I don't
pull
even
it
know
out.
what it's gonna
Scrape
do,
it.
just fucking scrape
Do
it.
something. Pull it out, man.
Yeah. After he scraped it and it felt better, the dude looked at him and go, "You won."
5,000.
Dude, I think you might be a dentist.
First dentist ever.
Maybe it is. That's funny.
Now, go drop a boulder on a cow and let's go eat. Let's go eat.
Because all the dentists kill themselves. It's overwhelmingly the highest suicide rate in one.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Where?
I want to fact check.
They're inflicting pain all day, and they take that home with them. What year did they discover the showing increase of carbon dioxide in Earth's atmosphere? What year? It was done today, March 29th.
2000.
Today, in history.
2000.
I'm gonna say it was 1982.
They never actually detected it,
89.
by the way. When did they say they detected it?
No, they detected.
1990.
It's math.
Sales math.
No, it's not sales math. It's science math. Which can
Similar.
be, can be
Similar.
close.
Similar.
Can be close.
Similar. Very similar.
Can be close.
Very similar. Can be tilted to go your favor.
It has been
Mm-hmm.
before.
Absolutely.
Before
What you got?
I said 89.
82,
2000.
2000,
90.
1958.
Oh.
It's called Dr. Charles David Kneeling, and the thing is called the Kneeling Curve. Keeling. Was in the Mauna Loa observation in Hawaii. Over the ensuing years, his research will reveal is known as the Kneeling Curve, a graph continuously taking measurements showing the rapid accumulation of carbon dioxide. Tomorrow in history, President Reagan was shot.
You ever seen that video of him giving that speech and the balloon pops by him? You ever seen that? They got a
I think
balloon.
so.
He's got a balloon on the stage and it just pops. I think it's cold as fuck outside and it pops and he says, "Missed me."
Oh, I've seen that video.
Dude, he's awesome.
Yeah.
So we're going to go through some sayings. What's scrape the bottom of the barrel? What does that mean? Where did that come from?
Getting the last bit of honey out of the jar.
Mm. Well,
Or molasses. It would have been molasses.
well, that's two different things.
Yeah, just
Molasses.
getting the,
Molasses.
Came from
getting the last bit
prohibition.
that you can.
Yep.
I have a feeling it's not literal. I feel like that's too obvious.
I'm going to say it was molasses.
What does it mean in our days? What is scrape?
That I don't
Oh, I
know.
thought you were asking.
No, I'm asking you both, but what does it mean right now? When somebody
Scraping
says
the
scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Getting all of
Get as
it.
much
You
as
get
you
the last
can.
Leaving
bit.
nothing.
Get what you can.
Yeah, leaving
Isn't that like the
nothing
bad stuff?
in
That's the
there.
bad stuff, yes.
Yeah, getting bad stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Like you're desperate and you're getting the last that you can.
Yeah.
Like your last resort.
Didn't think about it that way.
All right.
It
so
wasn't me.
So,
Yeah.
I think it
It's
comes
not.
from like whiskey barrels, using the bottom of the barrel or something.
it's the bottom of the barrel is the worst product, and so when they ship stuff, the bottom of the barrel will be like they'd ship
where
crackers.
everything's settled.
Yeah, now it all the crackers at the bottom would
The
be
shake.
just it would be the shake. So it's like the bottom of the barrel. So, do you guys know what Nabisco stands for?
Nope.
National Biscuit Company?
That's right. That's right. And their bottom of the barrel was bad, so they had to figure out how to.
No
so
idea.
The saltine package was the first thing that invented where there was no waste. So he made
What,
that
bag?
bag that's
Oh,
inside the thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So they shipped them in just one
Pringles
sleeve
can
with the
came
thing.
along and destroyed that shit.
Yeah, it was a little later, and I think
Yeah.
Nabisco owns Pringles. You know what I mean?
We came up with the bag.
Yeah.
Fool.
Yeah, left twigs, right twigs. So yeah, what is turn a blind eye?
Ignoring something that you obviously see.
There you go. Now where did it come from?
Sometimes biblical time.
Oh yeah.
I feel like
Turn a
that's in the
blind
Bible.
eye.
It reminds me of Robin Hood when he's like the blind, and he's faking like the blind dude, and the friar comes by and throws his coin down in his cup, makes all the other coins bounce up and grabs them out of the air.
I
I
like
don't
that.
know. Turn a blind eye. I don't know.
Dates back to legendary chapter in the career of a British naval hero, Horatio Nelson. During the 1801 Battle of Copenhagen, Nelson's ship was pitted against a large Danish Norwegian fleet. When his more conservative superior officers flagged him to withdraw, the one-eyed Nelson supposedly brought his telescope to his bad eye and said, "I really don't see that signal." He went on to score a decisive victory.
I think the only part
One
of that
ship
that's
versus the
plagiarized is
fleet,
the
and he still
victory
won.
part.
Is that what it's saying? Or he had a couple with him?
No, his commanding officer in another ship
Oh.
flagged him. I was like, "Hey, just withdraw." And he only has one eye, so he supposedly put it up to the other eye. I was like, "I don't see that."
Right.
You know,
Gotcha.
Die
You think that all
Hard.
the victories are real though? You think everybody that went on to tell like this telling victory motivated by some lack of odds? is real. There's
No.
got to be like I think the majority of them are lies. 66% of them actually lost. I think.
Of course, probably more than that.
Yeah.
Because
You're all
there's just
keeping
one way
your
to do it.
morale with all
Supposedly,
this crazy folklore. and
supposedly that they don't know a ton about William Wallace and where he went and how he got educated, but he was educated. But the way he beat the British was not like that in the movie. He didn't face them straight up and did it. He
rode through a crowd of like a whole and just was cutting people down on a horse. He was the only one with a horse and cut his way. He told them to fight from one side, went all the way around the back, and was like, I'm gonna meet y'all in the middle. Like what?
What supposedly the battle actually happened. I think this is he waited to the English army crossed, half of their troops crossed a bridge, blew the bridge up, and then killed them, and then went around and killed the other half.
Oh, nice.
So he split the army up.
Okay.
That's how he beat the English.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point,
Sterling
nobody
Bridge.
had beaten them in centuries.
Yeah.
Yeah. Die Hard. Where did the saying "Die Hard" come from?
I'm assuming it's not from the movie.
It has to be. I don't know.
I think it came from NASCAR.
I was gonna say a night, and then I thought about a worker living and working in a mine. He died hard. So
What says today it is typically refers to someone with a strong dedication to a particular set of beliefs. But in its earliest incarnation in 1700s, the expression described condemned men who struggled the longest when they were executed by hanging. The phrase later became more popular after 1811, Battle of I don't even know, during the Napoleonic Wars. In the midst of the fight, a wounded British officer named William Inglis supposedly urged his unit forward by yelling, "Stand your ground and die hard."
They all did.
Resting on your laurels. That's interesting.
That's the same?
Yeah, that is a saying.
I've never heard
that means
You heard resting on your laurels
Yeah.
before?
that means you made it to a plateau and you're just chilling. And you're not trying to do.
That's right. You're resting on what you accomplished already, and it's not a great saying. If you're resting on laurels, you're just going, all right. Well, I did good for 10 years before. I'm just gonna make that my legacy, and you're not continuously pushing. What do you think? Where'd it come from?
I think it comes from
I got an idea.
people with like really. I think it comes from people like poorer people talking about people, richer people because they have nicer bedding.
I think it came
That's a
from.
good guess.
I think it came from
I mean, it's not close, but it's a good guess.
I think it came from a king's advisor. He told the king, "You're resting on what we have and not trying to gather more land.
Yep.
You're resting on it. You're chilling.
Guess?
Let's go get some more."
Logic can only take you so far with this one.
I got nothing. I don't even know what a laurel is.
Yeah, I'm in the same
All
boat.
right.
Never heard
I didn't know what
of it.
laurel's been either, so you're about to hear it. This is the
Okay.
first day I learned what a laurel was. The idea of resting on your laurels dates back to leaders and athletic stars of ancient Greece. Laurel leaves were close to tied to Apollo. So laurel, the tree, is a tree, and the leaves were closely tied to Apollo, the god of music, prophecy, and poetry. Apollo usually depicted with a crown of laurel leaves. Now you can see Caesar with those leaves in his crown, right? And the plant eventually became a symbol of status and achievement. Victorious athletes at the ancient games received wreaths made of laurel branches, and the Roman later adopted the practice to present the wreaths to generals who won important battles. That's it. So a laurel is a leaf from a tree.
I knew it was that because the laurel is what they put on your head too, like when you're like a model, like when you see people get sculpted, your head has like a laurel, has like a mimic crown.
So you should have known it.
Nice.
I didn't know that. By and large, the saying by and large. I didn't know this one either.
Some buy in bulk.
In fact,
Like our time.
Like Costco or
I would say no.
by and large, not by and large.
Oh.
By and large.
It's almost like anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe
It's
some
almost
things
like
anyway. whatever.
like you know, to the majority, like deferring to the majority.
Oh, you're like the majority. We're in the minority.
So
I don't know.
many everyday phrases are nautical in origin, like taken aback, loose cannon, high and dry. All originated at sea. But perhaps the most surprising example is the common saying by and large. As far as back to the 16th century, and the word large used to mean that ships were sailing with the wind at its back. And by is you're going into the wind. Full and by meant the vessel was traveling into the wind. Today, sailors and landlubbers alike now use the phrase as a synonym for all things considered or for the most part. That's it.
For the most part. Got it.
Busted. So let's talk about let's get into the podcast.
So the first one's Roy Perea.
Who?
Roy Perea.
He canceled it this morning.
Did he?
That's not fun.
Yeah, it's okay.
Did he reschedule?
He wants to reschedule for tomorrow at 11, but I have one at 11.
What's he do?
He helps businesses with their plan to be great.
Is a consultant or a business coach?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. How'd
He's
you
out
meet
in South Africa.
How'd you meet him? Oh, this is South
MP
Africa?
MP Group presents.
Okay, great. Wonderful. What's next?
TV Fleming.
Oh, she's a yoga instructor. Met
Okay.
her from Circle of Firms a while back, and then she got into MP Group.
Cool.
So she's been an MP Group's stalwart.
Circle of Firms. Good.
Yep. Right after that is Kim Daly. It's mine. She's the franchise.
And this is what day?
Tuesday.
Okay.
She's a franchise consultant. So she consults with entire franchises, like franchise. Kyle Skoog is after that on Tuesday.
With a brain train, which I believe that's somebody that we already have, but I see him at like every networking event. So he came to me after the NBA now, because I always talk about it in my pitch, and yeah, so he's coming to do that tomorrow.
Brain Train is a franchise though, or it's okay? So it's one company.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, all their mids. Kyle is Melissa's.
Oh
salesperson.
yeah. Master Networking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
After that Wednesday morning is Luke Van Every. He is with, if you remember the podcast we did with Esther Deutsch, he is the other half of In This Together Roundtable and his own owns his own PEO company.
What's PEO?
Professional employee organization.
Okay.
Does like basically all the stuff that your employees need to be happy to work for you.
It's like you join into that group instead of having to do all that stuff on your own.
Yeah. What stuff?
The human resource type stuff.
HR.
Yeah,
Okay.
insurance, healthcare, and all that stuff.
It's not plugging yourself into Brad Honest.
Okay.
Robert Lopez is right after that at 11.
That he's in my BNI group. He does photography, and I'm also trying to get him and his wife to come in here to do a second one because they own a dog breeding company as well.
Breeding.
Yeah.
What do they breed?
I mean, a lot of different. When I tried
Don't say dogs.
a lot of different
dogs.
Right, different types of dogs. Some
Yeah.
people just breed. Most people that are breeders, don't they just breed one type of dog? The others.
I thought I
Yeah.
don't.
I know that they
but I
breed a
think so.
couple of different dogs, but last time I asked him, he said that they're like really specific.
Just to
breeds.
breed two kinds of dogs, that means you gotta have four full grown ass dogs all
Yeah.
the time. which
I think
is
they live on
lot.
a farm, so they have a lot of land.
They enjoy themselves. They're the next Roy Jones Jr. RJJ Kennels on me. Robert Lopez, did you talk about him? Robert Lopez.
We're gonna edit that out.
We're not. The information diva, it's like full business now. I really thought about asking Walt if I could do their credit card processing for RJJ Kennels because they're breeding all those American bullies now and selling them. And Cody Garbrandt is doing the same thing. You know Cody Garbrandt, the UFC fighter? He sells, he's got a deal where he's doing bullies as well, American bullies, but he's selling them like $25,000. And he sells them by the pick of the litter, like $25,000 for the first pick, like $17,000 for the second pick, $10,000 for the third pick, whatever. So I thought about hitting him up too and seeing, but I don't even know if that is something that we could do really. I feel like that is a risky business. But after that is the information diva, Deborah Thorne.
That is a lady I met online, just on LinkedIn, period. Adding people to LinkedIn from other close connections, and then she came to MP Group Presents, and then she got on there.
Okay.
That's Thursday. It'll be a virtual one because she's in California.
And then John Davis.
He's with Action Coach. He's a business coach. I met him at, After Hours, NBA After Hours.
Cool. And when is he?
Was it Thursday?
Yeah.
Nice.
Wait. No.
Thursday.
Thursday. He's the first one Thursday, 11 a.m. And then after that, I have Sean Lowry at 1. Sean Lowry he's a digital marketing guy, but he owns like Lowry Brands as a company, but he has his own podcast, and it's pretty good. I showed Tristan some of his stuff last week, but his podcast actually looks really clean. Kind of the way he does it, the way he has it set up, and the way he markets and stuff is a very, very clean look. So that is Thursday at like
What's he do?
1. Like branding.
So he does logo branding and that type of stuff?
E-commerce websites really is what he does. Is build your whole brand top to bottom for anything you want to sell online.
All right.
They boast like the #1 shop in the world for monograms. Like he's rich as you can tell. The guy's rich as fuck. But he gave some random guy $5,000 on his podcast and I guess it was somebody that was like on his. He's what Tristan does for him, except for the guy was weighed like 400 pounds. And he gave him a weight loss goal and gave him $5,000 for meeting his weight loss goal, like as like a segment of his podcast. So I mean, the guy's got money, but he boasts like the #1 monogram store.
What you got for me, Jay?
Huh?
I can earn 4,000. What's my goal?
You don't need to lose weight. You're good.
I do though.
You're tight.
30 pounds, $40,000.
I don't know, man. I think that's a little.
I think that sounds like a deal.
That's a
It's
little.
harder for me than you think.
That's rich, man.
I mean, if so, we got a retroactive this.
Yeah, Rod gets royalties on all the lot what he's
$100,000 for everybody.
After that is
Split
Patrick
up over
Carver,
20 years.
5 o'clock on Thursday. He is digital marketing for lawyers. I'll help you fill up your pipeline if you're a lawyer. Those are mine. And then Casey Litt is on Friday.
She owns a pet boarding place, like a doggy daycare called Critters Keepers.
Cool. So how many do we have altogether?
A lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
So we're 3 short for our total goal. So cool. Anything else?